That hurts like a mother.
All right, guys, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Or the moment I've always been waiting for. So, yes, I am very late to the party, but with Love, Death, and Robots Volume 2. Volume 2 coming out just around the corner, May 14th, next month. I wanted to do my very own tier list for Volume 1. So, first of all, I want to apologize for this video might be somewhat kind of long because it is 18 episodes. Even though they're kind of short, it's still 18 episodes I gotta go through. And I shouldn't really have to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. This is my own list. You don't have to agree with my list. Everyone has their own tier list of Love, Death, and Robots. But this is mine. And I'm just gonna go through this list one by one. So without further ado, let's get this shit started, shall we? Okay, Secret War. This one. So another point I want to make. I'm doing this all on the top of my head. I did re-binge the show recently. I've seen them multiple times now, but I re-binged it like a week ago just to get a little refresher. So I apologize. There might be some points I miss, and there's still. I mean, these episodes can be ambiguous, so there could be little points that I missed. You're gonna have to let me know in the comments, but yeah, let's start with the Secret War. This one, I mean, the visuals top notch. Story was kind of interesting because it was like it had this like witchcraft mystical shit to it on top of the war going on. I'm guessing I don't know which war it is exactly. Might be World War 1 or 2, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't really get that part, but this was like a little hidden. Obviously, the title is called Secret War. They were fighting these monsters who aren't really part of the war that I'm guessing they're really fighting. So they had these squads. That was interesting about this episode. It was like there were all these squads fighting these monsters, but you only get to follow one squad, and it makes me wanting more, like seeing how the fuck do these other squads fight these alien looking things and how successful are they. But yeah, it's a shorter. They can't make a whole movie out of these episodes, so we only get to follow one squad. Overall, I enjoyed it. Like I said, the visual was really cool. Very gory as fuck. The aliens, or whatever they're called, they kind of remind me of the whole like atmosphere reminded me of Resistance a little bit, even though they weren't really humanoid monsters. But this one's gonna go B. I'm going with a B on this one. Yeah, B sounds right for that one. Alternate histories. This one was cool. The concept was cool. The visual, the art style was okay for me, but it kind of made sense with what they were going for. It's funny that they were using Hitler as an example for this one. But I think they could have been a little more creative in the way they alternated the histories. But yeah, so this one, shorter episode, much shorter. I'm gonna go, man. Go with D on this one. Sorry, guys. Ice Age, easy. That's an easy D. Oh, sorry. Yeah, easy D. Ice Age is an easy D because it was like, I'm not docking it for being live action. Live action is not the reason why I'm giving it a D. The reason why I'm giving it a D is because it was very condensed. I felt like it was cool to see these different living societies, I guess, and how they evolved like at a very super fast rate. CGI wasn't bad, but other than that, there's not much really to it. I felt like even at the end, after like the loop starts over or whatever it's called, there's just really not much there for me. At least I didn't feel like I was satisfied with it. All right, moving on. Blind spot. This one was the one with the little heist with the robots, the cyborgs, or whatever you want to call them. This one felt like a clip off of like a bigger episode almost. Like I feel like this Blind Spot could have its own little series, to be honest. The characters were pretty cool. It didn't really stand out to me as much, so this one's gonna be a C. But it was cool to see at the end that like even though they die, their consciousness can be just transferred to another body, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, C for that one. Zima Blue. This one kind of caught me off guard because the art style is really different compared to the rest. I really like this one though because it kind of, I don't know if you guys got the same feeling as I did for this one, but for me it felt like they were poking fun at artists or even the people who pay like millions and billions and thousands gajillion dollars to see art, even though clearly this guy is just he's not even human. I don't think he was really ever human. People just assumed he was human, but he was just this little robot created to clean a swimming pool, like the tiles, the Zima Blue tiles basically. And he somehow, the creator made him smarter AI, turned into a humanoid robot and created these massive fucking art pieces. That was probably my favorite part, is seeing these massive art pieces like go beyond the earth, the Zima Blue shit he made. But he did start off by just placing little square blues. Yeah, I felt like that part was kind of poking fun at the artists, at these artists who just randomly put shit on their art. So that was kind of funny actually. So this one, man, this one's a B for me. Yeah, that's a B. Lucky 13. Lucky 13. Not so lucky for me, unfortunately. I mean, visuals, all these visually are good. This one was more like a video game, like CGI cutscene-esque type. Yeah, it reminded me a little bit of Halo. A little bit of Halo and those type of games. Futuristic army, but they did focus on her ship. She's the lady from, where is she from? Orange is the New Black. That's where I recognize her from. And I think The Babysitter, I think that's the movie where she with Seth Rogen, not Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, my bad. Yeah, that one. This one's a C for me, man. It's just visually it was good. Action scenes were minimal, but those were also pretty cool to see, but just did not feel it. I just didn't feel it that much. Cool concept though. Fish night. At first when I saw this, I didn't really like it that much, but the more I watched it, I've seen this one like 3 or 4 times now, and the more I watch this one is actually the more I like it. It's so simple. I love the cell shading style. I think this is the only cell shaded episode in volume 1. It's just because I love how everything seems like it's, well, it starts off bad obviously because they're stranded in the middle of nowhere, like Death Valley over here. But then at night when you see all these ghost fish come out, it just seems all nice, right? And then it becomes a little eerie when it starts off with this little hint of danger when you see I think he's the dad. He starts like feeling uneasy, and then the music starts sounding bad, and then you eventually get to see the fucking shark or megalodon, whatever you want to call it, come out of nowhere and just fucking kill him. I'm pretty sure he dies. I don't think it's like a metaphor or anything. I think he literally dies. That's how I saw it. He dies. It's just so like, what's that phrase? I'm forgetting that phrase, but it's just like, it's beautiful, but he ends up dying, so it's kind of morbid in a way. I really like this one though, so this one's an A for me, man. I know that one that's a controversial one, man. That's a controversial one. I know that one because some people don't get it. I like it. It's kind of morbid, but I enjoyed that one. I think that's the one you gotta watch multiple times to actually appreciate it though. So yeah, first time I saw it, it would have probably been like a C, but now it's an A. Okay, moving on. Helping Hand. Very simple, visually beautiful. I like the I'm a sucker for space episodes, but this one was kind of more leaning towards basic story-ish. It was like a slice in life of an astronaut. What would happen? The only thing that really bugs me about this episode is like why she didn't have a tether connected to her ship. Like none of her problems would have happened if she had at least a tether. She wouldn't be floating in space like that. So, but I mean, I guess without that, the whole story would make no sense if she had a tether. Unless they cut her tether in the process, so. But yeah, I mean, you definitely get to feel for her, like, fuck, she's literally stranded in space. And she has to rip her arm off to save her life. At first, they actually cut it to, like, there's at the very end where they cut it. If you know what I'm talking about, if they cut it and they just ended the episode there, you wouldn't even know what the fuck happened. Like, did she survive or did she die? I think it would have been really interesting if they just stopped it at that moment where she threw her arm and she's like trying to hang on to her ship and it just blacks out. Oh man, that would have been a crazy ending if they just stopped it there. But yeah, she ends up surviving. It also reminds me of that movie 127 Days Later. I think that was based off a true story, where James Franco, he plays the guy who gets stranded with his arm stuck in that cliff or the rock, and he has to cut it off so he could get free. Fucking intense, man. That's a C for me, though. Or is it? C or a D? Damn, dude. Yeah, I'm leaning with the C on that one. Shapeshifters. Woo! Army man. This one was pretty cool. Like, from the very beginning, it's just like, the first question that popped up into my head was like, why is he barefoot? I've never seen that shit before. So, obviously something was different. And this motherfucker just gets shot. Shot. And then you realize he's not like a normal human being. And then, it goes on from there. I feel like there is some type of message in this episode, but I couldn't really wrap my head around it. It's like, I don't know what they're trying to tell, but I don't know. I guess don't discriminate. That's basically it, I guess. Just be chill, accept others. But I mean, the action when he was turning into when they were turning into werewolves, that part was pretty damn legit. I loved how they just ripped their skin off to turn into the werewolves. Remind me a lot of Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman when his skin was coming off, turning into that werewolf. Yeah. Another interesting part was like when his buddy was going up to the hill, and then you realize they're in danger. So he goes up there to find them, and then what you see is like all the men are like fucked up from what looks to be a werewolf fucking them up, werewolf like. So I immediately think it's like, oh shit, he turned bad and just screwed them all over and turned on them, but find out it's like the other side of the people they're fighting also have werewolves. So that part was pretty cool. And then at the end, he just like said, fuck it, I'm out. This one's an A for me. Easy A for me. This one, the dump. Fucking dumped all over these episodes. Got him. Yo, that's an S for me, man. Easy S. S rank. Yo, S rank. Why you gotta be so S rank? I'm sure people will not like this one, but S rank, man. I love how the characters look in this, because usually when you see characters like this type of like art style, I think of like happiness, or I don't think of gory or anything like that. So I love the contrast, because these characters look like they don't belong with this type of theme. But yeah, overall it was just so cool. Like the old guy in the dump, and then the health inspector or whatever he was hella funny in this episode too, because he was being a dick to him the whole time. And then he eventually obviously gets eaten up by the dump or the dog. That part was fucking crazy too, when you realized when they revealed that the dog was that monster. And of course the the dog eating his friend too. Oh my gosh, that was intense. Like he was literally, I don't know what they were, but he was literally attached to his dick. That part was fucking crazy. And you could also feel for him. It's like he didn't want to let go of the shotgun, but he has to be able to shoot him. But once that happens, he was already fucked up. Oh man, easy S for me. Cool. All right, good hunting. Good hunting. This was actually the very first episode I saw, because I think when it launched, they randomized the episodes. Because my friend was also watching it on his own, at his own place, and the list was not in order. They randomized it on purpose. I think they said that. I think they said that. So this was the very first episode I saw. Very fucking weird as fuck. I'm sure the furries like this one. Yeah, this one was interesting. It was like a full circle at the end, because obviously she's like I don't know what you call them, but she was like a fox lady, and at the end she loses her powers because of all these machinery. I guess making the machines, having these machines takes away your powers. So that was kind of weird, but yeah, it's crazy how like she was a predator, and then losing her powers, she had to become a prostitute and just to make a living. And then I think he was the governor that drugged her and like turned her into a cyborg, gave her a steampunk body. So she went over to get help from this guy. I forgot his name. Sorry, whatever his name was. Turned her into another predator made of all the gadgets and shit he mastered basically. And she ends up obviously killing those people who are teasing or bullying the woman. This one's a B for me because I kind of wanted more at the end. I was left wanting a little more. Okay, Beyond Aquila. Is it Aquila Rift or Aquila Rift? I think it's Aquila Rift. This one, easily an S. Easy S, baby. Easy S. I'm a sucker for. I already said it. I'm a sucker for space episodes. I fucking love Dead Space. Dead Space, like one of my all-time favorite games ever. First one was godly. Second one was an improvement, but it's not the original. Third one was but you know what I mean. I watched all the movies. One of my most anticipated games for this generation for the PS5 is what's that game called? Callisto Protocol. It's being made by the same people from Dead Space. I know I'm going off a little tangent, but I fucking love Dead Space. Excited for Callisto Protocol. So Beyond Aquila Rift reminds me a lot of Dead Space. It also fucking crazy because it's not getting an S rank just because it has sex. Come on, man. Like that helps, but it's not. That's not the reason why. It's because it's just so fucking mind fuck. It fucks up your mind. It's just like, what if we ever? Well, obviously we're not gonna get to advance that far into technology, but excuse me. Like, what happens if humans get to the point where they could travel light years like that, and then they have some type of error where they travel so far away that where they came from, it's already hundreds of years old. Like, just thinking about that is fucking crazy. Like, if that ever accidentally happens, I'm sure they'll have ways to prevent that from happening. But it's like, if that were to ever fucking happen, like the people you loved back then, they're all fucking old already or dead. Like, you go back, it's already too late. It just fucks up your mind, dude. And then obviously the reveal at the end, it's like everything's been simulated. The fucking, I don't know what it's called, the Dead Space creature thingamajigs, the necromorph, just like, oh man, they're just basically in this like Matrix simulation thinking that everything's normal, but they're just getting like, I don't know, they're just resource for the alien. It's just, woo, mindfuck, total mindfuck. That's an S, easy S for me. All right, when the yogurt took over, man. This one's a D, man. It's like cool concept. Funny that they made fun of the government. I like that shit. That's hilarious. When they make fun of the fucking because the government didn't listen to the yogurt, even though the yogurt knew what the fuck they were talking about. This one was really short though. This was like 5-6 minutes. Other than that, it was just a little tiny funny episode, but it's a D for me. Sorry. All right, Suck of shows. This one's probably the worst. Nah, just kidding. Probably my favorite episode of all of them because it has gore, violence, beautiful 2D animation, and comedy. It's like it's all packed into one. It reminds me a lot of Uncharted, which I love. Uncharted, the trilogy, original trilogy is probably my favorite trilogy. One of my favorite trilogies for the PS3 and gaming of all time. It's just, like I said, comedy, action, violence, beautiful 2D animation. It's a perfect mixture. You can't go wrong with that. The only thing though that's kind of sad was the ending. because they all die. I'm assuming they all die, but I could look over that. Everything else was just beautiful, perfection. Easy S for that. S rank. All right, Suits. This one was like the most video game episode to me. Yeah, Fortnite, fucking farm simulator, horde mode shit. That's an easy A. A. Yeah, that's the name for me. Visually, it looks like it's for kids, right? But it's not, because you get to feel for these people, and I really felt for the I really felt emotional when I think damn, I forgot his name, but the guy who sacrifices his life to save everyone else. Like, I really felt for that guy, and I think it was his girlfriend. Like, fuck, everyone else is saved, but my partner, my love interest is fucking dead. Like, what the fuck, guys? Fuck y'all. That was really sad, actually. But yeah, it was really reminds me a lot of video games these days. So that was a really fun episode to watch. The mech suits were really pretty sick. They actually teased like other mech suits and other characters, but they never like that Secret Wars. There's different like squads and other people who are also fighting these monsters, but we never get to see them. And at the end, you see the camera zoom out, and you can see they're on like a planet with all these fucking aliens trying to take over. It's kind of crazy. Like, makes you wonder what the fuck is going on in this on this planet. Like, really, what the fuck is going on? Because it's a normal thing for them to be fighting these aliens, because they have these suits. It's like a normal everyday thing for them. Like, I really want to know what's going on in this world, but we'll never know. The world will never know, unless it's based off a book somewhere and I don't know about, because I think some of these are based off books. But yeah, curious to see what happens with that world, but I don't think Volume 2 is gonna have any sequels. I'm pretty sure Volume 2 is gonna be all different stories, so none of these are gonna have continuation. Damn, look at this fucking list. Why is everything all perfect? We gotta change some of this shit. I didn't mean it to be like this, but it's like perfect. Everything's equal, man. Come on now. All right, The Witness. I think this was one of the more popular episodes for people, because visually it's fucking weird as fuck in a good way. Like, it's so claustrophobic. Like, the camera is always zoomed in. It's just fucking beautiful, and it's crazy because the environments look like almost photorealism, but it's obviously not. It's like CGI, but the characters don't look real. But it's just crazy. Like, they even have the effects of like the comic shit. Like, when things are falling over or whatever, like, you can see the comic effects. That was really cool. The little loop twist at the end was all right. It was like, oh my god, but it wasn't like mind blowing as like the Aquila Rift, I believe. It's funny too, because I think the same guy who did this also he made one for Watch Dogs Legion, I believe. It's like the same guy who made this, so the art style is the same, the same claustrophobia setting is pretty cool. I would recommend checking that out if you really like this guy's work. Man, this one's a tough one. This one, I'm leaning towards either an A or B. This one I'm gonna go with an A, just because of the visuals. The visuals alone, like, it's fucking just like, what the fuck did I just watch? It's beautiful just to rewatch because of the visuals. Okay. Three robots. Three fucking robots. Easy, easy. This one's easy, guys. You already know what it is. S rank. I mean, it's fucking hilarious. It's funny. It's like a post-apocalyptic setting, but it's funny. Like, how often do you see that? Not that often, at least for me. Usually, post-apocalyptic settings are always dark, moody. I mean, this was dark, but dark humor, I guess. So it was pretty funny, and I just love the fucking robots, man. They're just so cool. Like the jokes they make, about humans and all that shit. It's awesome. The fucking exploding cats. I didn't even know that was a game until I saw this episode. My friend was like, "Yeah, that's based off a real game." I'm like, "Oh shit, we should fucking play the game," but we never did. Fuck, dude, let's play that game. Exploding cats, or is it exploding kittens? One of those. Oh yeah, and that twist at the end was kind of weird as fuck when the cats can talk now. I guess they had opposable thumbs or whatever. That, I guess that's my only criticism, is like I kind of wanted a little more at the end, explanation about the cats and shit, but obviously we're not gonna get more. Yeah, so without further ado, we at the last episode. Sonny's motherfucking Edge. Sonny's motherfucking Edge. I think a lot of people love this one. Might be an S rank for most people. Unfortunately for me, it's an L. It's an A. Sorry guys, it's an A. You know why? Because this one, visually beautiful. I keep saying that. It's like a broken record now. I love the BattleBot type shit. Real steel shit. It was really cool to see that the main character was like actually the monster. That was fucking sick. The gore was beautiful, man. Only reason why it's an A for me, not an S, because this is probably the one where I was left wanting more the most. I really wanted more, like at least one more BattleBot, or whatever you call them, alien bot shit. Like one more fight would have probably bumped this up to an S. Oh man, I'm sure there's a lot of points I missed. I was kind of rushing there at the end. It's already been a long video. So yeah, this is my Love, Death, and Robots tier list for Volume 1. Like I said, Volume 2 comes out next month, May 14th. Volume 3 actually comes out next year. They already announced it. And I think Tim Miller, who's the director who oversees the whole project, he's already announced that they have enough material for Volume 4. So we'll see. I'm really excited. That's why I made this fucking tier list, because this is probably my favorite. I think I already said at the beginning, but this is my favorite thing ever from Netflix. Love, Death, and motherfucking Robots, baby. Yeah, so once Love, Death, and Robots Volume 2 comes out, definitely making a tier list for that too. Hopefully sooner than later. But I might have to watch that one like twice too, just so I get a real feel of it, and not base the tier off just one session of watching them. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks for watching. Let me know your list in the comments below. Yep, there we go. Thanks for watching.